Hello, everyone. I am Atan. Today, I would like to share a remarkably intriguing lapidary work with all of you. This exquisite amethyst lends itself perfectly to the task. Remember to click the follow button after watching. The preliminary shaping of the rough gemstone has been completed. Now, it is time to polish the table facet. Maintaining the brilliance of the table facet is of paramount importance, or if the table facet's polish is lackluster, it would greatly diminish the overall effect. As you can see, the table facet is currently radiant and resplendent. Next, we affix the gemstone onto a dop stick with adhesive, ensuring stability for the polishing process. The subsequent step involves fashioning the girdle into 16 facets. In this case, I am crafting a diamond-shaped girdle. Once the girdle has been shaped accordingly, we can proceed with the polishing phase. Firstly, we polish the crown. The initial layer of the crown consists of 8 facets, similar to the standard diamond cut. The first layer has been successfully polished. Now, we move on to the star facets of the crown. Below that, we polish the upper facets of the girdle. Once the upper girdle facets have been polished, we can proceed to the next step, which is polishing the facets. Polishing follows a similar procedure to the grinding process, layer by layer. The current layer has been impeccably polished and exhibits a lustrous gleam. Now, we move on to the second layer, which involves the star facets. After achieving a brilliant polish on the star facets, we can proceed to polish the lower facets of the girdle. Once these 3 facets have been polished, the crown's effect becomes apparent. Behold the resplendent crown effect. Now, let's switch to a copper lap for polishing the lower girdle. The girdle of a gemstone is also of great significance. Now that the girdle has been polished to perfection, we detach it and flip the stone over to attach the crown. We can now commence polishing the pavilion. This step is truly demanding and often leaves my hands scalded. With the crown securely affixed, we begin with the coarse polishing of the pavilion, utilizing a relatively rough, grinding wheel to expedite the process of material removal. The general shaping of this step is now complete. Now, we switch to a slightly finer grinding wheel. Once the polishing is complete, we'll observe its impeccable symmetry. A total of 16 facets have been created. Then, we proceed to polish the second and third layers, adding an additional 32 facets. Furthermore, we incorporate 16 facets on the upper surface. Each subsequent layer follows suit, and the first and third layers are polished, while the intermediate layer remains unpolished, displaying a frosted effect. The final result resembles a fireworks cut. In my personal opinion, this cut is more aesthetically pleasing than the fireworks cut. This polishing process requires immense patience, as I have had to abandon 3 stones without completing the task, this being the 4th stone, requiring extensive experience. I have now completed the polishing up to the 5th layer. Once the 5th layer is polished to a high sheen, we proceed to polish the 6th layer. Then, we move on to polishing the 7th layer. After completing the polishing of the 7th layer, we can remove the stone for cleaning, and now you can see the result. It's all polished now. Then we'll immediately take it off. Clean the gel thoroughly. After wiping it dry, give it a quick soak in alcohol. Then wipe it clean again to see the effect. And that's it for this video. Now, let's see the result of the cutting and grinding. Isn't it beautiful? It looks especially stunning in natural light. Alright, that's it for this episode of the video. I'm Atan. Thank you for your support. See you next time.